Hello there! What's going on, everybody? We've got ourselves the preview for the Tantive 4 expansion, the huge ship coming to Star Wars X-Wing 2nd Edition, and they showed us a lot of cool stuff here, so that's very exciting. A lot of cool things to take a look at in this preview. Let me remind you guys real quick, quick word from the sponsor. Luxury Playstyle has some of the best tokens you will ever find. I absolutely love these. I use them. They're solid metal tokens. They've got shields, they've got force, they've got charge, and there may even be some more showing up pretty soon, so be sure to continually check out luxuryplaystyle.com. And if you want to make any purchases over there, if you use my code CrabbokVIP, you can save 15%. So definitely check those out. Also, if you don't want to get any, tell your local stores to check them out because those would make awesome prize support. All right. Tantive 4 preview. We got a lot of stuff to look at here. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about the movement dial or how the ships move. I've already done a video for that, so be sure and check the end of the video, and I'll be talking a little bit more about the movement in other videos, so I'll link to those. But we did get ourselves a whole lot of previews. Now, we're getting a Corellian Corvette for both the Rebels and the Republic. I really like this artwork so much better. However, even though they're functionally identical, I really do not like the fact that they're giving us nothing for the Republic. It's like, yeah, you have this ship that you can use, but you can't do anything else with it. All of the titles, all of the faction-specific stuff is for the Rebels. It comes with 5 titles. They're all Rebel titles, no Republic titles whatsoever, which really makes me wonder what in the heck is going on. But I feel like that's basically saying, oh yeah, guys, there's totally going to be a Republic-specific huge ship coming. So I feel like that's what they're telling us, but we'll have to see. We got to look at a targeting battery here, which is another hard point. Now, we've seen a couple of hard points already in some of the other videos, but this one has got a range of 2 to 5, so a lot of range for this one, and it's a single directional turret, and of course, like all of the hard points, they can be destroyed. You're going to equip it face up. And it's got the bonus attack where you can spend an energy, and after you perform this attack, you may acquire a lock on the defender. This is really going to be useful because there are so many things that they've shown us that are going to interact with target lock, and also there's so many multiple attack possibilities, which is really cool. So, and of course, the whole multi-attack thing kind of factors into the fact that these guys have 8 as their movement or their activation, but they're going to engage at initiative 0, so they're shooting last. So, if you are running a big swarm of TIE bombers or something, you want to try to blow this thing up before it can shoot, because once they shoot, they're going to be able to shoot a lot, and they can shoot with all their weapons as long as they've got enough energy for it. Considering you start with 7 energy, they're going to be able to really potentially blow their load on a big round of shooting, which is going to be really fun, I think. I think these huge ships are going to be so much fun with all the hard points and all of the shooting that can happen. I'm really excited about that. So we got sensor experts. You can maintain up to 3 locks on different objects. Remember, target locks. There's a lot of target lock specific stuff. It gives you target lock with the white link in to calculate. So I like the linked actions. I like that they're getting white linked actions. Another cool thing about this is, if you'll notice, he's wearing First Order uniform, which is kind of cool to see huge ship specific artwork for the First Order, because that is, other factions, because you really, all the stuff they're carrying over from 1.0 to 2.0, you had all of this that was primarily just, in the original 3 factions, so just Rebels, Empire, and Scum. So the fact that they're doing some artwork for the exterior factions, or the new 4, First Order, Resistance, Separatists, and Republic, is just kind of a good sign, because that makes me think we'll see some of those new 4 specific stuff, as opposed to right now how they're just kind of borrowing an extra ship card from the existing huge ships. So it just kind of makes me think, boy, what new, kind of small huge ship could we see in maybe episode 9 that'll be First Order specific, that will make its way into X-Wing. That's kind of gets me excited. Gets me very excited. All right, so after you perform the target lock action, you may spend up to 2 energy to acquire a lock on that many other objects at range 0 to 1 of the object you locked, ignoring range restrictions. So this one basically can let you get a target lock on 3 different things, which is very cool. Basically enemy ships. I mean, you can target lock an asteroid or something like that if you want, but generally you're going to go for other ships, which is also really going to be useful with everybody flying in formation, with all of the wing tool stuff you're going to see. It's going to really help you decimate a wing. Like, yes, fly at me in formation if you want. I've got sensor experts. We're going to just completely exterminate your entire front rank. I like that. Similar to target locks, we've got the Bombardment Specialist. While you perform an attack, you may spend a Calculate token to increase or decrease the range requirement by 1 to a limit of 0 to 5. So now, first off, limit of 0. This means with this guy, if you've got a range 1 weapon, you can attack at a ship that you are touching if you want to spend a Calculate. We have seen from previous previews there's all kinds of ways for huge ships to get Calculates. There are a lot of crew teams and things like that that are going to give you like Calculate into white linked actions that are going to give you Calculates. It's going to be very easy to end up with at least 2 Calculate actions on a huge ship. And especially if you want to put somebody like C-3PO on there or somebody who's going to give you bonus Calculates, it's going to be super cool. And we're seeing just and this is giving you a whole alternative way to spend Calculate tokens. So very, very cool. And they give you an example here of like, oh, you got this turbo laser battery. It's a great weapon, right? But it's only range 3 to 5. So now you can be like, no, I'm going to shoot it at range 2 now. Which is pretty cool. You still won't be able to shoot it at 0 or 1, but still, giving you that increased flexibility. Very, very cool. I'm digging it. We got some of our Rebel specifics, some heroes. Again, we're really not getting anything for the Republic, so I feel like they're just throwing the Republic a bone. They've got to be coming up with more huge ships. That's I'm giving you my end thoughts right away. But Carlist Riken, he is going to give you the red evade option. And after a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 is destroyed, you may choose a friendly ship at range 0 to 2. If you do, it may perform a red evade action. So even if they don't have a red evade action, but that's pretty cool. And certainly, if you've got to, this could help your own ships also with the with their whole flying in the wing tool as well. So that's pretty cool. Of course, it doesn't say even while stressed, so stress is certainly going to be a factor here. And again, with huge ships, even if you did the red action, you would just lose an energy instead of actually taking a stress token. After you are destroyed, each friendly ship at range 0 to 1 gains a focus token. This is Ramus Antilles, by the way. And I'm going to totally get this confused with the Armada, Ramus. That's one of the problems when we get into these huge ships. You're seeing a lot of these capital ship officers that get the same artwork in multiple games. So I'm going to be like, oh, well, he lets you, reveal a dial and get a matching token. No, wrong, Ramus. That's Armada's Ramus Antilles. But here, Ramus is saying, after you are destroyed, each friendly ship at range 0 to 1 gains a focus token. And then it's not a focus action, they're gaining the token, so that's nice. After you're destroyed, you're not removed until the end of the end phase, which kind of makes me think that should have been like a Riken thing, because in Armada, Riken kind of does that whole zombie. You destroy me, but I get to stick around. I'll still get to shoot. So I love Ramus. I think Ramus is going to, especially since you're shooting at initiative 0. Oh, you killed me? Well, now I'm going to spend all of my energy shooting because I get to stick around. I think this is like one of the coolest officers I've ever seen, or coolest crew I've ever seen for a huge ship. I think he's going to be an auto-include for any of my huge ship builds, just because I'm like, you can't kill me. I'm zombified right now. I'm a total zombie. Can't do it. Jana. Friendly ships at range 0 to 3 can spend your focus and evade tokens. This one is alright. I don't see myself evading or focusing that much with huge ships, but I see myself going for those linked actions and trying to get as many calculates as possible rather than doing focus or evades. But it's fine. It's a good way to get free green tokens to if you want to go for the support route. I could see that being an option. We've got Torin Far. Torin Far is giving you target lock into a linked coordinate, which is also really good for the whole support option. After you coordinate a friendly ship, it may acquire a lock on a ship you are locking, ignoring range restrictions. Now this factors back into that other team that's going to give you 3 locks for 1, right? So if you want to do that, like lots of really cool synergy here. Lots of very cool synergy. And also, that doesn't require, so basically you're giving somebody else two actions for this one. And since you can already do 2 actions, you can do something into, a calculate, or you can do something else with calculate and then target lock into giving somebody else something. And if you've got that, your target lock's going to be 3. So you're right. The amount of action economy you can get from some of these combinations is absolutely outstanding. And I think you're going to need it if you're planning on spending 200 points or something on a single huge ship. Depending on all the upgrades you put. And it is going to be really interesting to see what everything costs when all of these come out. So we've got boosted scanners here. While you lock, coordinate, or jam, you may spend up to 3 energy to increase the range at which you can choose an object by 1 per energy spent this way, up to a maximum of range 5. So you can, I think this is going to be really good for coordinate, probably more so than most other things, although it definitely factors into lock like tremendously. So there's a lot of flexibility for this. But then again, I don't know if I'll be wanting to spend 3 energy on that. But I mean, if you need to, you need to. But because with only 7, I imagine you'll be able to run it. You're only going to get 2 back each turn, so there's a whole lot of options in here to spend a ton of energy and you can have like a power turn, but then your next turn is going to be a little weaker. So I think it's going to be fun to try to figure out the moderation of like, all right, I'm only going to spend like 2 energy the first turn. I want turn 2 to be the turn I really blow my load and go crazy. Now we get a preview of all 5 titles for the new Corellian Corvette. We've got the Tantive 4, which adds 2 crew slots. And also, while you defend, if the attacker's in your rear arc, you may roll 1 additional defense die, which is nice, because that was kind of the way you would kill a Corellian Corvette in X-Wing 1.0, is you just get behind it. It can't do anything to you if you can stay behind it. So this is kind of a deterrent for that, because you get extra defense die. We've got Dodonna's Pride, who's going to add the team and that gear or that equipment slot. I don't even remember what the name of that upgrade is called. It's escaping me at the moment. But it gives you -2 shields, but it's giving you 2 coordinate actions. So if you want to go for that support option, this is a great option to do. This lets you focus into a red coordinate or evade into a red coordinate. So more linked actions, although they're, it doesn't have to be your second action either. It really depends on how much energy you have. Again, red action is going to give you stress, but with a huge ship, that stress is going to take away an energy. Speaking of energy, I think this is the one that I really like. I think this is my favorite one. The Liberator, you can dock up to 2 small ships. It gives you +1 energy. So there's no real drawback to this one. And docking ships is fun because you get to deploy those ships, and your opponent just doesn't see them coming. You just be like, aha, boom, and we're going here. I've always loved deploying ships. That's why the Gazanti was my favorite huge ship to play in X-Wing 1.0 when we did huge. But after a ship deploys from you, it may perform a focus or barrel roll action. Do a barrel roll, Fox. This is like, Fippy with the frog, right? Is that his name? I don't remember. Or is it Flippy? I'm thinking of Star Fox. I'm trying to come up with a Star Fox reference on the fly, and I'm failing miserably. So let's just keep moving on to the next title. The Thunderstrike. Oh, and by the way, is that a Dornian gunship in the background? Yes, it is, folks. That's a Dornian gunship. That's put there kind of deliberately. I'm just saying they didn't have to put a Dornian gunship on there, but they put a Dornian gunship on there. Yes. I mean, I'm overjoyed that we finally have. I think this is the first FFG example of Dornian gunships showing up in X-Wing or Armada. I think this is it. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know if you've seen a Dornian gunship clearly, and not like a speck in the back that might have been one. But this weird, you get -3 shields, but +3 hull. I'm like, that's almost like a bad thing. I'd rather have the shields than the hull, right? I mean, am I wrong here? I'm not seeing like this is a net negative here to me. This is a net negative. I'm not super thrilled about the whole, So, but this adds a gunner slot, which is really good for the offensive option. Again, really good for the offensive option. While you perform a bonus attack, if you have not attacked the defender this round, you may re-roll an attack die. So if you're doing that scatter shot and you're going boom, 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 I'm hitting all you different guys. Well, now you get a re-roll on every single one of those. That's great. I like that. I like that a lot. And then we get Jana's Light. You get a +1 shield, -1 energy. While a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 defends, if the attack is obstructed by an obstacle, you may spend an energy. If you do, the defender rolls 1 additional defense die. So this is a good support option as well. It also happens to be the same artwork, I believe, that was in the headline of the article. But great artwork all around. By the way, if you know any of the artists that have done some of this artwork for FFG, I mean, shake their hand. They're fantastic. I love all of the art that they're giving us. And yeah, that's just the kind of the spread. I think they've kind of spoiled just about everything at this point. Really, really disappointed that there's really not much for the Republic here. You know, and at first I was thinking, oh well, if you can take a gunner, then maybe I could put Cody on there and use some of that Republic stuff that's already there. Like you could probably put Sidious on here, and or Chancellor Palpatine, right? But at the same time, I'm like, well, that one title, the article says, well, that grants it the gunner option, so it makes it kind of makes it seem like you didn't have a gunner option beforehand. So I just don't see this as being a great option for the Republic. I see it as primarily being all about the existing factions, all about the rebels, with a little here's a bone for the Republic. I'm like, okay, I guess that's something. It's better to have something than nothing, so I'm pleased with that. I just wish there was a little bit more, but it does look fun, and I can't wait for the huge ships to come out. I definitely want to play some more X-Wing Huge. It's going to be very, very cool. I would love to hear what you guys think. Also, there's a big new giveaway going on right now for a $25 Amazon gift card. I know with these new ships and the conversion kits and all this stuff coming out, there's going to be a lot of money to be spent, so you can save a little bit by winning a $25 Amazon gift card. All you have to do to enter to win that is be a subscriber, and let me know what your favorite huge ship is down in the comments section. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.